The Hydragun Supertub is the simplest way to take a cold plunge every day, aside from having direct access to a cold mountain stream or a lake. It features their Permafrost chiller system, which keeps your water ice cold throughout the day while saving energy with its automated power saving mode. An advanced built-in filtration system, premium build quality and materials, and a compact minimalist design to go in just about any home. So I've been using the Supertub for about 2 weeks now. So let's dive in and see if it's worth the price, because it is a little costly. Well, hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. First, I want to let you know that Hydragun did send the Supertub to me to review. They're not going to see this footage ahead of time, and they are not paying me for this review video. I'm going to give you my completely honest opinion, just like always. First, let's go ahead and get it right out of the way. The Supertub retails for $2,999 or $3,999, depending on which Permafrost chiller you choose. The tubs themselves are exactly the same. The only difference is the specs on the Permafrost chiller. Now, the Supertub I have has the Permafrost chiller 0.6, which is for ambient temperatures that are going to be on average 77 degrees or lower. If you live in an area where the ambient temperature is 77 degrees or higher, the average ambient temperature, then you need to get the Permafrost 0.8 chiller. Having the right Permafrost chiller is going to be crucial for the environment you live in so it can properly heat or cool that water. Now, that is a lot of money. I get that. But if you're looking for a cold plunge to do every day or maybe 4 to 5 times a week, stay tuned through this review, as I think you'll see maybe it's worth it. So when my Supertub arrived, it was on a pallet wrapped in plastic. The Permafrost chiller was actually in a wooden crate that I actually had to use a pry bar and flat bar to get it apart. Now be careful in doing so, because I did actually scrape my arm. I still have a pretty good mark on it right now from when I was tearing that box apart. One of the staples caught my arm, so just do be careful. However, once I got it unpacked, I could see the full contents of the kit. In total, you get the Supertub in a big backpack style carrying bag. I mean, who's really gonna carry this around on a backpack? Not me. You also get the water filters for the Permafrost chiller, the accessory kit, which includes the anti-slip mat, the water skimmer, the air pump to inflate the Supertub, which did need to be charged first, by the way, just to note, and it did take probably about 5 minutes to get fully inflated. And this was pretty cool, but it came with a mini tripod / phone holder. Now, one thing I have learned about people that like to do cold plunges, they're gonna let you know that they like to do cold plunges. Stay hard! So with this included accessory, you can take all the videos you want for your social media and share them to the world. Or if you're like me, you can simply use it to hold your phone as a timer so you can know when you can get out of the cold plunge. Hey, real quick, before we get to the rest of the details of the Supertub, scroll down, give the video a thumbs up, and if you are considering getting a Supertub, please consider using my link in the description. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help support the channel. You also get a really nice water balancing kit that has all the supplies you need to adjust the pH, the alkalinity, all of that stuff, plus a repair kit with some extra pieces inside. Now, there is a QR code to scan inside the booklet that comes in the accessory kit, and all you have to do is scan that QR code and you'll be taken to the setup and installation page, which has a really nice video of how to put it all together. Now, I'm not going to get into the actual setup and installation of my Supertub, because honestly, the video done by Hydragun is incredibly well. It encompasses everything, even how to use the test strips to accurately test your water and make adjustments. Just keep in mind though that Hydragun does recommend you install the Supertub either indoors or in a covered outdoor area. So for me, I chose to put it into my garage because I do not have a covered porch or patio. So after I got everything connected and the Supertub completely filled, one thing I want to add is the directions did say to add 15 milliliters of oxidizer and 15 milliliters of the sanitizer, so I did. However, stay tuned, as I had a little issue with that. So the original goal in testing this was to do 14 days straight of cold plunging and kind of give you my thoughts. That was cold. A lot colder than I thought 55 degrees would be, but it was doable. I was in there I had the timer set for 2 minutes, but I was actually up to my nipples in the water, probably about 1.5 minutes. Yeah, now I gotta start warming back up. Day 3, not really excited about this because I'm cold just standing in my garage. The water's 56 degrees. Oh my goodness, that's cold. Oh, that was cold today. That was cold. Day 4 was cold. Getting in is still that shock. It takes
a good minute, but then after a minute, I'm finding I am kind of adjusting, or maybe I'm just going numb. I don't know. Like I stayed in longer this time than because it felt less painful at 2 minutes, but it could be because I was numb. Anders is in for his 3rd day right now.
Well, I made it 5 days of cold plunging before I decided to turn up the heat. But I also had the unfortunate opportunity to do a little experiment.
So I'm gonna conduct an experiment because I've had a migraine all day, feeling like complete crap. But supposedly cold plunging increases norepinephrine levels, and norepinephrine has been shown to reduce migraine effects and headaches. So I don't know, we'll see. Yesterday, I made the decision to turn the cold plunge hot because I'm just, quite frankly, not enjoying cold plunging. I've never been a cold plunge fan, but I wanted to try this. So I had warmed up the tank yesterday and it shut off because I need to change the filter. But now the water's warmer and I actually want to cold plunge to see if it helps the head. So this isn't very cold. So I just turned it back on. You can hear it in the background there. And it was at 75 degrees. So not cold, but definitely not warm. So we'll see if it helps my headache at all.
Even though the water was only at 75 degrees, that still felt pretty cold. And I do think it helped my migraine just a little bit. Now, honestly, yes, that could be a placebo effect. However, there is science out there. I mean, go do your own research, but there's science out there to support that increased norepinephrine levels do help reduce migraines. So yeah, maybe it would work. Now, after a few days, I did begin to have some issues with my water filters getting clogged up and the water flow rate on the Permafrost chiller getting below 13 liters per minute, which is what they recommend it staying above. And eventually the Permafrost chiller just completely shut itself off as a safety feature so it wouldn't burn out with an improper flow rate. Now, I was getting worried because I went through, I think it was 4 water filters in 7 days. So I contacted Hydragun to kind of figure out what's going on. I also sent them some photos of my water filters, my setup, and after looking at my water filters, they did recommend that maybe I drain the tub and then put water back in it and start with only 7.5 milliliters of oxidizer and 7.5 milliliters of sanitizer. So what I did was I took a 5-gallon bucket, took some water out of the tub, and then put clean water without sanitizer or oxidizer back into it to kind of dilute mine down just a little bit, because I honestly didn't want to drain out 60 gallons of water and have to put 60 more back in. But the biggest thing that we found was that my Permafrost chiller did not ship with the 80 mesh water strainer.
But apparently my Permafrost chiller did not ship with the strainer that is supposed to come with it, and that goes on right there. And that's supposed to help filter out things that come in before it gets to the actual filter. So it gets like bigger things and then it goes into the filter to purify it more. So I got that, they shipped me that, I put it on yesterday. I also had a small leak at one of the fittings down below where the hoses connect. So I redid that, put a new washer on it, some plumber's tape, and now it's not leaking anymore. And yeah, I was done with the cold, so I turned it up and now it's at 93 degrees and it feels nice. I need to actually crank it up a little bit more. I'm curious to see how hot this thing can get because it's hot tubs are more my jam, I'll be honest.
So Hydragun quickly sent me the strainer. Once I got it, I quickly put it on, had a new filter in place, and so far I have not had to change the water filter in several days. So just be careful when using the Supertub to always clean your feet off. They do recommend actually taking a shower before you get in to kind of get rid of any oils or sweat, body lotions or something like that from your body before you get in. And also definitely I would recommend going on that lower side of the oxidizer and sanitizer to start. You know, start at that 7.5 milliliters and then you can always go up from there if needed. Oh, and definitely make sure yours comes with that water strainer. If it doesn't, contact Hydragun support and they'll help you out. All in, the Supertub has a 3-step water filtration system. Step 1 is the 80 mesh strainer to catch things like hair and sand. Step 2 is the 20 micron water filter to remove ultrafine particles like dirt. And step 3 is the commercial grade ozone generator to disinfect the water. Now, Hydragun does actually recommend that you still replace the water in the tub about once a month. Like I said earlier, that is 60 gallons, so do keep that in mind. Now, if you recall, I have reviewed another cold plunge tub here on the channel. My biggest gripe with that specific tub was I had to continually buy ice for it or freeze my own ice blocks, which was a pain in the butt. Well, with the Supertub, that is not the case because it comes with the Permafrost chiller, like I already talked about. out. It can regulate the water temperature all the way down to 37 degrees and heat it all the way up to 108 degrees. Yes, you heard me right. You can turn this into a hot tub. The quality of the Supertub is top notch, just like all the products I've tested from Hydragun. The seam welds are super clean and everything just has a premium feel to it. I mean, for $3,000 to $4,000, you would expect that, and Hydragun clearly delivered. The Hydragun Supertub does come with a 2-year warranty, so if you have any issues, reach out to Hydragun support, and their customer service has been really pretty amazing the couple of times I've contacted them over the 3 products I've reviewed for them. Now, I'm not going to go into the claimed benefits of cold plunging. You can and should do your own research and maybe even check with your physician. But Hydragun claims the benefits you can see on the screen. And I will say that after I did the cold plunging, I definitely felt an alertness and an energy boost instantly, as soon as I got out of the water. Now, I do tend to side more with the camp that likes or believes heat might be a little bit better for muscle soreness, which is why the Hydragun Heat Pod Sauna Blanket has been my absolute favorite piece of recovery gear to date. And if you want to see a full review of that, by the way, top right corner, you can take a look at that. Love the product. Another great feature of the Supertub is the app. If you download the Tuya Smart app, you can connect the Permafrost chiller to your Wi-Fi, and then you can control it straight from the app. Whether you're in your bedroom, your bathroom, wherever you might be in your house, you can instantly check the temperature, you can turn the device on if it's off. It's really pretty cool and a nice feature. Now, I definitely enjoyed turning the Supertub into a hot tub, as I did find that to be more relaxing and enjoyable for myself. And, you know, my wife did as well.
Now, this is my kind of tub. Right now, it's 103 degrees, and it feels awesome. It's like a hot tub in my garage. I got a nice view of the blue sky out my garage door there. It's awesome. I can get on board with this.
Way
That's one of the really great things about the Supertub is you can have both a cold plunge tub and a hot tub all in one. I mean, theoretically, you could do a cold plunge in the morning at 55 degrees, and I found it took about 10 to 12 hours to heat up to 104 degrees from 55. So theoretically, you could do a nice hot tub soak in the evening or before you go to bed. Having the ability to do both, though, is just that's awesome. So back to the price of the Supertub, and is it worth $3,000 to $4,000, depending on which Permafrost chiller you get? Well, if you're watching this video, then you're probably in the market for a tub like this. I know there are other tubs out there like the Plunge Evolve Air, but when you add in the chiller plus the heater, which is separate to actually heat that up, it costs quite a bit more, and the fittings on it are PVC, and it has a manual inflation pump. Or there's also the Edge Elite tub, but again, it costs substantially more, has a manual pump, and I believe both of those products, I don't believe they have an ozone generator. They only have a 2-step water filtration, where the Supertub has that 3rd step. So when you look at the competition, take all of that into account, and if this is something you are looking for, then yes, I think it's absolutely worth that cost. Well, there you have it. I hope this really was helpful to you. If it was, please do give the video a thumbs up. That would just be really cool. I would very, very much appreciate that. And if you are looking at getting one of these Supertubs, then please do consider using my link in the description. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help support the channel. And finally, if you've tried the Supertub, I'd be curious to see your thoughts as well. Let them know below. If you are a cold plunge diehard fan, I'd like to hear those thoughts and opinions, or if you like the hot tub aspects like I do. Yeah, let us know below. Well, I did tell you that the Hydragun Heat Pod Sauna Blanket was my favorite piece of recovery gear, so take a look at that full review this side of the screen over here. I'll see you all over there. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you over there.